I want to understand the ISDS, the status of ISDS provisions in the TPP. Ms Ward, what can you tell me about those? Sorry.
The ISDS negotiation is ongoing. It's not totally concluded.
So what can you tell me in the context of that?
Well, Elizabeth
I'll
Ward,
pass
Chief
to
Negotiator for the TPP. As Ms Adams has said, the investment chapter in the TPP has not been finalised at this point. Mm-hmm. Australia's position remains as previously stated by Mr Robb, and that is that Australia would be prepared to consider negotiating ISDS provided that the package that evolves is in Australia's favour and that there are sufficient safeguards in the ISDS package to ensure that Australia can continue to regulate in the interest of Australians around health and the environment.
Right. In relation to the latter aspect, is the Australia considering particular measures, such as, for example, those which were included in part in the CAFTA to achieve those policy objectives?
Yes, Senator Wong.
Now, Ms Ward, you were reported, I think, in an article as making some reference to the Hong Kong case. Yeah, I wonder, it might be an opportunity for you to tell us, give us an indication of what the position is in relation to that.
Certainly, Senator Wong, I don't recall that I was personally named as making any comment about the Hong Kong case.
Sorry, the TPP with reference to the...
thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I only looked at it briefly, but there was an assertion about a reference to the TPP and by reference to the Philip Morris case.
Thank you.
There. Am I right?
Yes,
okay.
That's correct. So what we can say about ISDS and the TPP is that we are negotiating the strongest, most explicit set of safeguards that we can, and that as a result of this, the likelihood of such a dispute being taken under the TPP would be significantly lower. Of course, you can't ever stop a dispute being taken should someone wish to take a dispute.
And when do you propose that is the government's position remains that the TPP will not be released until it's agreed?
At the moment, it's obviously a question, first of all, of concluding the TPP, and it will be a matter for all 12 parties to agree on the timing for the release of any text.
Is the government's position to release it before signature?
The government's position remains that we have a treaty process and that we would keep pursuing that treaty process.
Does that mean the government won't release it till after signature?
No, I think it means, as Ms Ward says, that the TPP countries will have to decide, once it's concluded, the next steps in terms of releasing a text. That'll have to be decided amongst all the parties.
That will have to be decided amongst all the parties?
Yes.
Well, but the government is surely...
Sorry, we'll have to agree.
Yeah, but what's the government... Well, there's obviously a great deal of interest, and there's a Senate order about, various things, etc., about the TPP. Is the government seeking agreement from other parties to provide the text at the earliest possible opportunity to the public?
Well, I think we haven't got to that
Okay.
bit of the conversation yet.